Title of the speech, Keeping Your Cool. Keeping Your Cool, Youth Leader Abhimanyu.
Slide. Yeah, for me slides.
Am I audible to all?
Yes.
Anyone can become angry. That's easy. But to be angry with the right person at the right time, for the right purpose and in the right way, that's not easy. To verify, please don't look at me. Respected Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and my fellow ebullient youth leaders, a very good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
With all the stress and pressure in our life, it is easy to lose our cool with the slightest irritation. Many of us have faced the experience of losing control of our emotions and then doing or saying something that we later regret. Our feelings and emotions can build up inside of us like hot steam in a pressure cooker. If not regulated and controlled, they can explode. For example, when we return from school after a tiring day, we yell at the slow driver in front of us, who apparently has all the time in the world. The problem with losing your temper on a daily basis is that it can become your habit. And like most habits, there will come a time when it generally becomes second nature. Personal relationships start unraveling, business deals begin to fall apart, and your credibility decreases as people start calling you a loose cannon. Keeping your cool in a moment of anger can save you years of pain and anguish. Hurtful words unleashed in a single moment of anger have led to many a broken friendship. Words are like arrows. Once thrown, they are impossible to retrieve. Let me tell you a small story to elaborate. Once there were two friends, John and Andrew. They had a fight. John lost his cool and shouted on Andrew. Andrew went away, sad. John regretted what he had done. So he went to his teacher to ask how he could be forgiven. The teacher took some pieces of paper and threw it all around the school campus. She ordered John to find those pieces. But John could not find even a single piece. He went back to his teacher and told her so. Then the teacher wisely replied, John, these pieces of paper are like the words you utter. Once thrown, they are impossible to retrieve. We can see that holding on to our emotion until its bursting point can lead us to getting angry. We may mourn, nag, drink, or engage in any other negative pursuit, but it will only minimize the effort to a little extent. We may even shout at others, but it will only minimize the tension. But the problem still remains unsolved. So, how can we control our emotions and keep cool at the same time? Here are a few thoughts. Be aware of your feelings and notice them. Don't ever try to suppress them. Recognize and label your feelings. Example, I am feeling angry. Decide when to talk about your feelings, where and when. Try to talk with the person who triggered the emotions, or a friend or family member. Do something physical, like gardening, walking, swimming, and so on. Another useful tactic, which can help you keep cool, is simply to count to 100. A challenge to the students who are weak in maths? Don't worry, you can just count from 1 riyal to 100 riyals. If you're still not with that, then you can employ me to count your notes. Another useful tactic is known as the 3 gates test. Don't worry, if you fail this test, the principal will not call your parents. The ancient sages would only utter their words if it passed through 3 gates. At the first gate, they asked themselves, Are these words useful? If so, they would then pass on to the second game, where they would ask themselves, are these words necessary? If so, they would then pass on to the third game, where they would ask themselves, are these words kind? Only then would the words leave their mouth and be sent out into the world. So, to conclude, I request all of you to keep your cool at all times possible and not only while sleeping. So remember, try to be as cool as a cucumber, regardless if you are veg or non-veg. Over to the master, sir.